G'day viewers and welcome to this episode of PB's Retro Restorations. If this is your first time here, I'd like to say thank you for taking a punt on my channel. It's much appreciated. I hope you like what you find here, and to my regular viewers, a big thank you for sticking with me as always. I truly value your support. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you on board as a close personal friend of PB. This week is a pretty straightforward restoration, more of a Code 3 with a change of colour from the original red, but kept to still look like Lesney could have made it. The Pontiac made its first appearance in the 1965 catalogue, replacing the Vauxhall Cresta, and proceeded to hang around unchanged until sometime in 1968, save for a box change to blue that never eventuated, which may have been because it coincided with the release of then new player Hot Wheels, which destroyed Lesney's business model almost overnight, and they now had bigger fish to fry. Like the rest of the range, the Pontiac was issued with updated superfast wheels sometime in 1969. The first full superfast catalogue in 1970 saw it released in a Hot Wheels-like purple with doors that no longer opened. Of course, in the changeover to sealed doors, some of the old open door models copped the new purple paint, making for one of the grails of superfast collecting. However, even the sealed door car was limited to 1970, and in 1971 it was replaced by what some consider one of the most unpopular castings of all time, the Freeman Intercity Commuter, and for nearly 50 years it was sad times on the Grand Prix front. Until 2019, when Matchbox, now owned by Mattel, the very company that brought Lesney to their knees, released a new version, almost taking the mickey, in purple of the 1964 Pontiac Grand Prix. It even has opening doors, and has seen more variations than the old regular wheel ever did. I don't know why this is so blurry, viewers, so you have to forgive me. The whole video is not like this, I promise. Now, onto some nasty business. A friend of the channel, Don, hi Don if you're watching, sent me a video of Australian actress Rebel Wilson having a rap battle in which she uses the word crack-a-lackin'. As you can understand, despite the fact that her video is over 8 years old, it has upset me deeply and solicitors have been engaged. So with all that nastiness out of the way, let's get crack-a-lackin', as I say, and Mrs. Wilson won't be saying anymore, and get this Grand Prix back on the road. A little bit of sand in this one, viewers. Ow. Okay, so the ultrasonic cleaner works wonderful, everything's awesome, but I don't know what happened with this video. Like, I had it running in the background, but this time it really interfered with the sound and I had to mute it all. And you know what it means when I have to mute the sound, viewers? It means PB sound effects have to be employed, and I know how much you'll despise them. And I haven't done them for a while too, so if I'm a bit rusty and they sound stupid for some reason, bear with me, okay? I don't have a sound effect for the tap, so maybe I'll tell you about it. We all might learn something. I use an M2 button head screws. This is the appropriate tap for those. After drilling a 1.5mm pilot drill, I thread the hole. You don't want to go in all the way to the bottom in one go. Just go a little bit, back it out, clear the swarth off, go back in. Just take it easy, otherwise you're going to snap it off in there. And you'll know how I know that's what will happen, is because that's what I've had happen. So just take it easy, back it in, back it out, and everything will be tickety-doo, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and all that stuff. So once that's done, and I remember to do it, I get my little bag of 4mm long M2 cap head screws and I put them in. That stops any of the caustic soda or paint stripper or whatever you use to get the paint off. I use paint stripper on this one. Oh, look, here's me doing it now. What a segue. Don't really have a sound effect for the brush either, but I'll give it a go at least. That's weak. Just you have the music for a bit. Oh, now here's one I know. That's it. It's just like the good old days, isn't it, viewers? Remember them? I don't. Okay, we're back to actual sound effects now. Thank goodness that nightmare's over, viewers, for both of us. So after a Tamiya primer base coat, obviously, I'm going over it with some Tamiya silver. Now, it was my intention to paint this car purple, like the original Superfast, but the only clear purple I had was lacquer, and you know, if I try and spray that over the acrylic, it's going to be a bad time. So I had some clear Tamiya blue. Something blue. Now I'm thinking of something orange. Something orange. Can you guess what it is? It's an orange. What movie is that from, viewers? If you know the answer, leave it in the comments. So yes, clear Tamiya blue over Tamiya silver makes for a good time. Painted the body and doors separately for the first coat, and then I assembled it for the second coat. But we'll talk some more about that in a minute. Okay, Autosol aluminium polish. That's what I use for the plastic windows. I put a little bit on, and when I say a little bit, it's usually too much, and I get it everywhere. I apply a little bit, and then I get the Dremel and a little polishing wheel and polish it, if you can believe it. This video is sped up. I do not have it at this. It sounds like it's high RPM. It's not in reality. It's much slower. You just want to go easy, otherwise you're going to burn a hole right through it. After a special hand rub, I put it in the floor polish. This is just regular plain old floor polish from the supermarket. I've never topped this tub up. I think I've said before I'll be leaving it to my children, and they'll leave it to their children's children. It's going to be an heirloom bottle of floor polish. But anyway, that's what I use. And after that, I put it in a little container, put a lid on it so, evil dust can't get on it, and just leave it overnight. Part of me thought I should put the doors on first, which wasn't real bright because I hadn't put the spring in, and the spring's what holds them in there. But I guess I thought if I put the spring in first and then tried to lever the doors in, I might damage the paint or something like that. But I did end up putting the spring in first, then the doors, and I managed not to scratch it, which was nice. I did have to stop the video at one stage and refer to my pictures of how it went in because I couldn't work it out myself. I just have those days. And it wasn't anywhere near as painful as the Bentley. Onto the base now. I'll snap that temporary screw off. See, it snaps off easy. Put the best facing side of the wheels facing out, and then I'll get them on the drill press and round the edges over. My centre punches that I've got on my drill press are a bit worn out, so I've actually bought some new ones. I've just got to get off my what and replace them. After I put the doors on, I gave it another coat of paint, and then I thought I'd give it a nice little wet sand before I clear coated it. Of course, because the paint's only fragile, I took off some of the paint along all the like where the trim mouldings are, and for a minute I thought, oh, it actually looks kind of cool, I might leave it on there. But then it started to not look cool, so I just gave it a scrub all over. I gave it another coat of blue, let that dry, and then I just clear coated it and stopped trying to interfere with it and ruin it. And this is why I realised I need to buy some new centre punches for my drill press. They went a little bit too far down and marked the wheels a little bit, so rather than pull it all apart and go through all that rigmarole again, I just put a little bit of panel wash on the grey parts, and hopefully that's mastered enough, makes it look human. So the suspension parts, this could be hard to show you, isn't it, viewers? Here in the back and on the front, like that's it. So, and they're both obviously bent down. I've tried this before. I'm going to try and heat it up with the hairdryer. Now, you know the only reason I've got a hairdryer is for things like this. It's not for the hair on my head, if you see my channel logo. So I'll give it a go and try not to burn my fingers. That's a bit better, but I'm still not happy with it. For the rear one, I thought I'd put a little bit of balsa wood through there. I also used a little strip of plastic just to lever it up higher than where I'd like it to be and heat it up that way. And I think that worked okay. I think it's fixed it a little bit. Okay, assembly time. Now, all the heating of that interior must have also done something to the steering column, because when I went to put it inside, it wouldn't sit in the little groove anymore. So I did cop out and use a little bit of super glue to glue it, to hold it in place. Okay, let's try again. Using my new favourite pen, my Posca pen. So easy to use. But I've banged on about it before, haven't I, viewers? I know you all think I'm doing a terrible job of this, and I probably am, but I'm going for a factory, Lesney factory look, not a realistic look. I'm probably not even achieving that, but anyway, it's going to need another coat. I'll let it dry. Give it another go in the morning. Stop this pen, viewers. Make a blue, it just wipes off. I restored an image of the box back when I wasn't sure what direction the build was taking. So I did a red one, and then I ended up doing a blue one as well, just to match the car that I was putting in it once I knew what the colour was. And just like that, as if by magic, with really no actual grief for a change, we're done. Hooray! Okay, back to the start with my antique and record fair find. That's where I bought this one, if you'll recall. A great candidate, one of those cars that is perfect. You know, it didn't need replacement doors, it didn't need replacement glass, just need to clean up, some fresh paint, and some general PB, tender love and care and magic, I guess. Anyway, this is what I started with, and this is what we're left with now. Ta-da! Looking $1,000,000 now, with its fresh paint and all cleaned up and zhuzhed and looking marvellous. I'm not sure that fixing the suspension changed the ride height. It does seem to have a little bit more spring in it, but anyway, I had a go, and it certainly didn't make it any worse, I don't think. Anyway, I hope you've liked this one, viewers. It was nice to have something straightforward for a change. Thanks for watching to the end. If you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Check out some of my other videos and maybe consider subscribing. That'd be awesome. Right, real talk, viewers. Today, the 21st of June, is the cutoff to have your Corvette build pics to me. The end of this weekend at the very latest, because I need the time so I can get a slideshow and prize draw together by Thursday 27th. Lord help me. That's right, next video will be the 4th anniversary special. You only have to wait a week, and I really hope to see you all there. Lindsay, if you're watching in Canada, you do not want to be watching it on your 80-inch TV, mate. It may or may not feature my face and somebody else I'm not really keen on. But anyway, everyone have a great weekend, a safe weekend, and I hope to see you all next time here on PB's Retro Restorations. Bye!